Good afternoon, Dirty Gardeners. I'm Iron, the Dirty Dragon. Today's video is going to be a really short one. It's just going to be about something called Gall Midge, which is something that affects daylilies, daylily buds particularly. I'm not exactly sure how they get in there, but there are larvae that mature inside of the bud of a daylily as it's growing, and I can show you some of the signs of it, and what it looks like when you see it, so that if you do see it, just pick off those buds and toss them in the garbage. Some people say that if you remove them and toss them in the garbage so that they'd never touch the ground, that it reduces damage. But I have not found that yet to be very successful. This spring we had a really, really wet spring, and I'm noticing that like all my daylilies look like they're infected with it. It's the earlier ones that seem to get hit the worst. The later ones seem to come out okay most of the time. So I'm wondering if maybe cooler temperatures have something to do with it, but I don't know for sure. Anyway, I'm going to turn the camera around and show you what it looks like on developing flowers. Okay, so these guys here, this is a pretty big daylily, which means that the buds should be quite large and long, but they're actually shortened and kind of they've actually become like round. They should be about like that long, and you can see sort of a mottled coloring in here. That means that the midge has gotten in there. And there's a cute little jumper right there, or a spider of some kind, and it's affecting, it looks like, most of these buds. They haven't even started yet. I pulled one off just a second ago that was oozing brown liquid, so they're obviously like eating the inside of the bud. I'll see if I can find that one. Hang on. Okay, so here's one that I just pulled off. You can see how it's all kind of mottled and like wrinkled and stuff, and that liquid that's inside there, that should not be happening. So they're noshing away inside. It's going to deform any buds that they have had contact with. There is no treatment, as far as I know. These ones are affected too. I'm just popping off the ones that are maturing, and hoping that the rest of the buds are going to straighten themselves out, but it looks pretty bad so far this year. I'm going to go and check out another one of my plants and see if I can show you a little bit further along what the buds look like. Here's another one that I can tell is affected. See how the top is kind of weirdly open and puckered? And this one is also infected, or affected, infested, whichever word you want to use. There's mottling kind of down along the side seams there. That's not supposed to happen. They're supposed to look like this green one on the end here, the one with the little ant on it. That looks like a healthy bud to me. This is really bad, you guys. I suspect that all of my daylilies are probably going to end up looking like crap this year, if not blooming. I mean, I wouldn't expect them to bloom at all looking like this. Real bummer. All these ones are affected. I might end up just having to sacrifice all the blooms this year. What a shame that would be, because I've got about 20 varieties in my garden. Oh. Okay, so I just went and saw that most of mine are looking pretty crappy. I'm thinking that I might end up deadheading all of them to see if sacrificing a year worth of blooms helps, but I've tried that with a few different plants before and it didn't seem to work. I did look online though, and I saw that there's two recommendations. One is to freeze all affected buds. They say for 2 weeks, I think, which seems really excessive, but I don't know. I mean, if it works, right? So that's something to look at. And then the other one is to burn them. So don't. I guess you're not supposed to just throw them in the compost, because that will just allow the buds to continue to be food, and then whatever the larva hatches into will also be roaming free in your garden again in the compost. So don't compost them. I think that's a given, but maybe just look it up online and think about different ways you could maybe try it. You can't get in there before the buds are affected, so it's a matter of stopping the spread once they are infected or affected. Good luck. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. Between this and the hostavirus X, I feel like I'm kind of a real downer, but anyway, peace out, yo.